What is going on, internet world? My name is Tommy, you might know me as Rivet, and I am your coach of the Atlanta Braviaries, the highest flying, flyest looking team on YouTube, and we are here with our Week 1 battle of the ISL, the International Showdown League, Shield Division, Season 6 against Aephis and his Mistralton Mandibuzz. I'm super stoked about this, so let's not wait any longer. Welcome to the workshop. Alright, so we are here. We're breaking down our matchup really quick for our Week 1 battle against the Mistralton Mandibuzz and Coach Aephis. If you want to skip the team builder, go straight to the battle, you can just follow the timestamp. It's going to be below. But really quickly, we're going to go over this matchup. So his team is pretty scary. His big wall breaker, obviously, being Terrakion, that first Pokemon. Huge setup threat with Swords Dance, Rock Polish, runs Scarf and Ban super easily just with Life Orb. It can be a Stealth Rock Sleep. I'm pretty scared about Terrakion. That's a big threat always for every single matchup. You've got Mandibuzz, a super obnoxious defensive piece, Dark Flying being a great defensive typing. If Foul plays it, knockoffs, it Roost, Defog, Taunt. It's just a general obnoxious piece that we're going to have to work around. Salazzle, very fast poison and fire type, set up with Nasty Plot. Doesn't have great coverage, and I don't think it'll come. I have Gastrodon, which walls it pretty hard, as well as Regirock, so I don't think Salazzle will come, but if it does, I have some pieces to work around it. He's got Electivire, a very powerful mixed wall breaker, pure electric type with the motor drive ability, giving it an electric immunity. It can run the elemental punches really easily, Volt Switch, Earthquake. It's got a bunch of great coverage moves. We do have to worry about, watch out for that. And then Morgrem is tier 5. Morgrem's a really cool Pokemon, rocking Eviolite as the Prankster ability, so it can Thunder Wave, do a bunch of other annoying things that I'm going to have to work around. And then Dark Fairy, obviously giving it 2 immunities to Psychic and Dragon. It's not the bulkiest, even with Eviolite, but it is obnoxious with that Prankster ability, so we have to take care of that. And then Mega Alakazam, obviously. Mega Alakazam is one of the scarier things on his team. Blistering fast, 150 base speed with 175 special attack. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if Nasty Plot is banned. I have to double check that before the battle. But even without Nasty Plot, Calm Mind, Psychic, Psyshock, Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, Focus Blast, Thunderbolt, Energy Ball. It's a huge threat. I do have to play around it very carefully and make sure that I have pieces so that I don't auto-lose to it late game. Kartana, another big physical offensive threat. Very fast at base 109, can run Band or Scarf really easily. Swords Dance. Doesn't get the greatest move pool, but Leaf Blade, Smart Strike, Sacred Sword knockoff, coming off that massive 181 base attack stat. Absolutely huge. I do have the pieces to play around it, I think, but again, like Mega Alakazam, I got to make sure that I play them smart so that I don't auto-lose to it in the late game. Gligar, another like Mandibuzz, obnoxious defensive piece. Great defensive typing and ground flying. Runs Eviolite, Roost, U-Turn, Stealth Rock, Defog. It does a bunch of things really, really well. So if it comes, I'm trying to remove its Eviolite straight away and play around it as best I can. And then his tier 5s in free, Walrein and Levani. I don't think they come. Walrein's pretty beefy, water ice type. Doesn't really do a whole lot. It Scalds, it Ice Beams. And then Levani can obviously set those sticky webs. So I don't think Levani comes. I have a bunch of good pieces to deal with it and a really reliable defogger that hard walls it in Skarmory. So that's what I'm expecting. His team, obviously, very scary. Stuff like Kartana, Terrakion, and Mega Alakazam. I can just kind of lose to them in the late game. But I think I have the pieces to deal with it. So let's get into what I'm bringing against him. First pick we're going to go with is Hydreigon. We got Lerny over here. Like I didn't really mention it, but his Draco resists or immunities are Kartana and Morgrem. So he doesn't have great Dragon switch-ins, and Lerny's going to try to take advantage of that. I'm rocking Life Orb set. Let's actually go to the damn page. I'm rocking Life Orb with Levitate, obviously. Max special attack with a Timid Nature and 232 speed. That's going to allow us to outspeed Electivire if it's unscarfed. And then Draco Meteor, Dark Pulse, and Flash Cannon. It kind of decimates his team. Draco obviously hits pretty much everything hard except for Morgrem. Flash Cannon for that. And then Dark Pulse just for some general dual stab, and it hits other things pretty hard like Gligar if I don't want to lock into Draco and get that big special attack lower. I'm really hoping on Lerny to bust some holes in it. It 1v1s Gligar pretty well. I can Nasty Plot up and spam Dark Pulse. Mandibuzz doesn't switch into a +2 Draco. And I think Mandibuzz is his primary switch into Lerny. But it just hits so hard, especially at +2. So that's the plan. Get to +2, get Mandibuzz and or Gligar out of the way as early as I can, because then that lets my other Pokemon, work as well as they can. So next up, we're rocking Windshear the Skarmory. Windshear is here with the Rocky Helmet. pretty much max HP and max defense. This is my primary Kartana switch in. Kartana really can't touch it, even with like a +2 Sacred Sword. I'm eating it fairly well, and Body Press does a lot. Rock and Roost for longevity, Stealth Rock Defog. I would like to get Rocks up, which would be really helpful against Mons. Like say, you know, Levani if it came. Good for chip on Mandibuzz if I knock off its boots. And then Defog, just if he does bring that Levani, I can defog those webs away because they really, really hurt my big threat in Blacephalon. But it's just an all-around wall. It takes on Terrakion reasonably well. Body Press does a lot, but close combat will hurt really, really hard if he's Life Orb or banned. But that's where Adonis comes in. Adonis is going to be our third pick. Adonis, you know, again, pretty much max HP, max defense. This thing takes on Terrakion all day. I'm taking close combat, Stone Edges, Earthquakes, even like a Zen Headbutt. I'm taking those very, very well. And I can Drain Punch my HP back with Leftovers and Roost for additional recovery. I can Toxic the Mandibuzz coming in, and then I do have enough speed for uninvested Gligar on this, so I can Ice Punch it before it roosts up, and I'm dealing approximately 48 to 50% every time I'm doing that, which makes it not super safe for Gligar to stay in against me. You know, I can obviously freeze him, and, you know, he's netting neutral, essentially, every time I'm Ice Punching. I'm really liking Adonis in this match. It takes on non-mixed Electivire reasonably well, and it can take on Kartana as well if he's not rocking Aerial Ace. I'm expecting him to have Aerial Ace on Kartana just because it does decimate Buzzwole pretty hard, but I can take one if he's not like Swords Danced up, which is really good. And then this is going to be my win con this match. We're rocking Disco Daddy-O, the Blacephalon, with the Choice Scarf, max special attack with the Timid Nature, enough speed for, again, Scarfed Electivire. This thing is here to revenge kill Mega Alakazam. I don't have a great matchup in terms of speed tiers this match, so Scarf Terrakion or Kartana. I'm expecting one of those. Both of them come in and outspeed my Blacephalon, but I really need this for outspeeding Mega Alakazam after it comes in. It's really, really scary. I don't have a great switch into it, but I have my Indeedee in the back, as you'll see. But Blacephalon, he doesn't have great switch-ins for Shadow Ball. He has Morgrem and Mandibuzz, and neither of those wants to take 2 Fire Blasts. Even if he's like completely specially defensive Mandibuzz, 2 Fire Blasts does like 80%. And then he's roosting up, and I can play around that. I do have Trick for the with the Choice Scarf. If he's reliably switching into Mandibuzz on my Blacephalon, I can get some boots in return, which is really, really helpful, and lock it into, you know, something with Choice Scarf, which really neuters Mandibuzz. I'm really excited about that option. Same deal for Gligar if he's defensive Gligar instead. And so I'm really relying on Blacephalon late game to clean up Mega Alakazam, clean up his bigger threats once we've punched some holes in them, and hopefully clean up the game. My other win con that I'm not sure exactly. It's always a matter of getting this in. But I'm rocking Euphonic the Raikou here. Leftovers, max special attack, a lot of speed. This is for Kartana, non-Scarf Kartana, with Thunderbolt, Scald, Calm Mind, and Substitute. This set really, really hurts his team. It takes on pretty much everything. It hits Gligar well. It hits Mandibuzz, obviously, Salazzle, Terrakion. Setting up, it might be an issue if Gligar, for some reason, doesn't have Earthquake, if he's running 4 move slot syndrome, or I can come in on something like a Kartana that's locked into Smart Strike. I can get my sub up, and even though I don't have anything to hit Kartana really well, I mean, base 13 special defense, it's not going to take a +1 Thunderbolt. So I'm really hoping this can apply some general pressure during the match. If I can get this in front of Morgrem, for example, maybe he like goes for a Prankster Thunder Wave, I can get this in and get my sub up for free because he's not going to break my sub. And I can also do a little bit of pressure stalling with Pressure and Substitute, which might help. Late game, if he's locked into a move that he doesn't have a lot of PP for, say like a Scarfed Terrakion or something like that, I can prey on some misses and Stone Edge, make sure I can get rid of those. So I'm hoping Raikou does some stuff. Again, I don't know how effective it's going to be, but I really needed it for pressure this week. And so then our last Mon, we're going to have Renata, the Indeedee over here. This is a little bit weird, running fully specially defensive Indeedee with Synchronized, no Psychic Surge. This is my primary switch in to Mega Alakazam. Mega Alakazam is very, very scary. It kind of wrecks teams. And so Psychic Normal is a great switch into it just because it can't Shadow Ball me. The best thing it can do is Focus Blast, and it doesn't have that big chance to miss. And I'm running Synchronized so that he can't run like Expanding Force if my Indeedee's not in, and he can just spam Expanding Forces and just kind of wreck stuff. So I got Psychic to hit stuff like Terrakion if it wanted to try to switch in on me. It hits Gligar relatively well. And I got Shadow Ball for Mega Alakazam and Poltegeist. Poltegeist is another huge threat. I don't think I mentioned it. Poltegeist is a huge threat, but it really can't touch Hydreigon. So if I see Poltegeist, I'm going hard into Hydreigon and just clicking Dark Pulse. But it is very scary, so I have to play this. Well, I have Aromatherapy, because I think he'll be running stuff like Toxic on Gligar and Mandibuzz, just for general chip on my wall like Adonis. And maybe for Raikou, I'm really liking the Aromatherapy option just so I can clear that up. And then I have Baton Pass. Baton Pass is allowed in this league just for dry pivoting purposes, so my plan is, with Indeedee, switch into Mega Alakazam, and then just kind of Baton Pass out, eat whatever hit it goes for, or if it switches out, and I can go into, most likely, Blacephalon if he stays in, or any of the other appropriate Pokemon if he decides to stay in, go for something maybe like or if he decides to switch out. If he goes out into something like Kartana, I can go into, Windshear. If he goes into Terrakion, I can go right into Adonis and keep up the pressure. So that's the team we're rocking with. I think I have a pretty okay matchup. My speed tiers I don't really love, but it's the first week of this new league for me. I don't really have any tape on any of the coaches, but I'm very optimistic. I think the team's looking good. And so with that, we're going to hop right into the battle. See you guys there. Alright guys, we're about to hop into this battle, challenging Aephis now. You can see on the screen what I'm expecting him to bring. We got the Terrakion, Mandibuzz, Mega Alakazam, Poltegeist, Kartana, and Gligar. I'm fairly confident in those picks. I could see definitely Morgrem in there instead of Poltegeist, but I think that'll be the General 6. So we're going to challenge him. National Dex Draft. We are bringing Week 1 versus the Mandibuzz. Alright, let's do this. Ready to roll. I'm excited. I'm excited. Come on, big man. Accept that challenge. Okay, he brings some whack stuff. Alright. So we don't see Terrakion. Don't see Poltegeist. Don't see Gligar. Okay. Do you see Salazzle? I'm very surprised to see Salazzle. I'm also very surprised to see Walrein. I don't know what Walrein's going to do against me. I'll be totally real. Damn, I'm shocked he brought Salazzle. Then he brought Electivire. Electivire, I'm not really shocked about seeing. Electivire kind of messes me up, especially because, man, he really hard predicted that I didn't bring Gastrodon, which is definitely kind of whack to see. All right, what's his lead here? Probably, I have no idea. He doesn't have rocks, which is good, so I can get mine up for free. And he doesn't have, man. Alright, I better hope he's not special Electivire. He's definitely special with Flamethrower, which is kind of an issue. I'm going to lead Euphonic. I think it's a decent lead. Alright, Kartana. That's fine. I get to see some damage output on this thing at the very least. Oh, I'm going to go hard into Windshear. Man, that's I could have gone... He doesn't have... So he predicts the... Either thought I was going to Volt Switch or go into this thing. Either is bad. Both are bad. Oh boy. This is not good. This is not the start that I wanted. Man, what does he go for? He probably go into Learning. If he clicks Superpower, I'm going to be in a real bad situation. But I need to get some sense of offense. He's probably just going to Volt Switch out. Thunder Punch, okay. And that's terrible. He paralyzed me. Well, that's really bad. That's a terrible start. I'm just gonna... Man, do I... I'm just gonna drop a Draco, literally. That's terrible. That's very... Okay, so now... That's really bad. Hammer Arm. Okay. Alright, well, I lost my Hydreigon, but I killed this thing. You know, being paralyzed, I don't hate that trade. He could have had superpower and just killed me, so I guess I'll take it. But now I have next to no way. I have Euphonic, and that's how I kill Mandibuzz. He switched out on Kartana, which leads me to believe that he's either very scared of Scarf Raikou, or he's... I mean, yeah, I could have been Scarf Raikou and just killed it with an Aura Sphere. But I'm not. I would be shocked if he went into... I have no switch into Salazzle. I cannot believe he... That's a real bummer. Alright. I don't need Adonis at all. I'd say he goes into Kartana or Alakazam. You know, I'm going to go back in... No, because I revealed I was scared. I don't love Adonis' matchup anymore. That's really not good. I'm going to go into Wind Shear. Try to set up rocks, at the very least. He goes into Salazzle. I kind of just have to... Alright, Mandibuzz, that's fine. He could taunt me, which would be obnoxious. I think I'm going to go hard into Raikou. He probably U-turns. I'm going to see what he does. If he taunts me, that's not the end of the world. I'm going to try to set up my rocks to chip that Salazzle and Walrein if they come in, if they're not boots. If he U-turns out, I'm okay with that. I'll get Rocky Helmet chip. Worst case scenario is he taunts, then he U-turns. Knock off, that's fine. He's going to take some Helmet chip. I'm going to get my rocks up. I'm going to go into Euphonic. I need to put on some pressure. I'm way on the back foot. And now Thunderbolt kind of wrecks him. Please don't U-turn. Defog. Alright, there's Defog. I'm okay with that. I'm going to sub. Hope he goes... What does he go into? He probably just goes into... Walrein? If he's like AV or Wakanberry Walrein? Interesting. I'm shocked to not see Gligar. I mean, Scald would have hurt it, but just giving him... I mean, Electivire, but Electivire didn't want to Scald, especially if it was fully physical. Yeah, 2 Thunderbolts will kill Kartana if he's not AV. It's going to do a lot to pretty much everything. Once I have sub up, if he stays in and goes for like Foul Play or something, that'll probably break my sub. But I would be shocked if he did that. Yeah, Thunderbolt does... Wow, he stayed in. What are you going to do? U-turn? That doesn't break my sub, that's fine. Okay. Good. Alright. What do you go into? I get data on Kartana if he's Scarf or not if you go into that. I get a potential Parahax with Thunderbolt, which would only be justified considering I had freaking lost my Hydreigon so early. Yeah, Scald hurts Kartana quite a bit. If he goes into Alakazam, I get a free hit off, and then I go into my... Unless he starts Calm Minding, would that be bad? No, Thunderbolt does a lot to Mega Alakazam. Does over half. Come on, man, do something. I'm trying to make quality content here, and you are not making it easy. Dead space. Shannon, do something entertaining while this guy is doing nothing. Yeah, be funny. Be funny. Yeah, be funny. Okay, that's pretty funny. Well, my wonderful viewers, while we are sitting here waiting for this dude to U-turn into something, please picture an iguana breaking into your house. He does go into Alakazam, the great Magus over here, I guess. I'm just going to Thunderbolt. If he breaks my sub, cool. If he starts Calm Minding, that's not so cool. He's also making a big risk that I'm not sub 3 attacks and I have Shadow Ball, because Shadow Ball would clock this thing, probably. So stay in, give me a Parahax. He's going to trace my pressure, which is kind of annoying. The worst case scenario is, like, Calm Mind. If he starts setting up Calm Minds, I'm kind of toasted. But I can sit behind a sub. Oh man, if he has Calm Mind recovered, if he's mono attacking Psychic for some ungodly reason. Gonna trace my pressure, that's fine. He does have Expanding Force. Alright, now I'm very glad I didn't bring that Indeedee set. And frankly, I don't need this for much else. Let's see how much that's gonna... Let's see, Expanding Force. Expanding Force doesn't do a lot. I'm gonna Thunderbolt. I'm gonna kill this thing, I think. That's my play. I'm very glad. I knew he was gonna bring Expanding Force on Alakazam, and not bringing that on Indeedee was definitely the right play. Because even like to Indeedee, which resisted it, it still did a lot, especially at +1. Because Expanding Force is kind of broken, just a little bit. U-Force again, 57. That's a max roll. That's annoying. But Alakazam's gone. That's good. I don't know if trading so much health on my Raikou was worth it. What is he going to? The way he's playing this, he's not Scarf Kartana, because he would have gone into it like immediately and just clicked Leaf Blade. Especially considering I don't have my helmet on Skarmory anymore, so it's really free. Okay, so now he's going to bring it in. He's just going to knock off, I think. Leaf Blade, that's fine. I can either get my rocks back up or I can Body Press. He probably goes into Salazzle here. So how much is my Body Press doing to Salazzle? Doing calculations. Body Press does literally nothing. And then I have a fairly free... I mean, I don't even have a good switch in. I'm going to set my rocks back up. See what he goes for. If he Swords Dances, I'm in trouble. But then I can just sack off Euphonic over here and get into Blacephalon because he... I mean, he still has Mandibuzz at like full health. Yeah, dude. If he's... Oh, man, if I just Thunderbolted... Yep, he's going to go into Salazzle. That's fine. Honestly, I could just sack off Buzzwole here because I don't need Buzzwole. I mean, I don't need Renata. I mean, this... If he Nasty Plots, I'll probably be okay. A +2 Life Orb. If he subs, I'm in trouble. Psychic Clean Okos this thing without any investment, but a +2 Sludge Wave does a lot. I can't take... I mean, he'd have to sub first, and then that's not Life Orb though. I have a lot of spit up. I'm pretty chunky. Chunky indeed. Yeah. 2 Life Orbs. If he specs 2 Sludge Waves, 2 Sludge Waves has a chance to kill me. I am leftovers though, so never mind. I can't. He's Boots too. So actually no, he's Boots. I just saw the Boots. Flamethrower. That did a lot. That did a lot more. Oh, that did 44 now. Oh no, he got it in before rocks. Yeah, that's specs. That's specs Flamethrower. Alright, so he specs Timid. I mean, Psychic Clean Okos this thing. If he stays in, I mean, I'm just going to BP out. I have no reason not to. He can't kill me. He knows that. He probably goes into Mandibuzz here. And I can Baton Pass out into either Skarmory or Blacephalon. He switches out into Kartana or Mandibuzz. If he goes into Mandibuzz, I go into Euphonic, and he'll expect me to sub. I think he'll stay in and try to break it. I might just go for Thunderbolt, but then if I can get in, Kartana comes in, clicks Leaf Blade, I don't kill it, which is a bummer. I really should have put Aura Sphere on there instead of Scald. It's okay though. Not in the worst situation. Also, Salamandre's a really good name. Come on, big man, make your play. Mandibuzz, it's fine. I'm gonna go Euphonic. I think I'm gonna click Thunderbolt here. He doesn't really have anything that wants to take a Thunderbolt. He's also gonna expect me to set up. So maybe he tries to go into... Yeah, I'm gonna click... Man, what's my downside of... If he foul plays me... Will it break a sub? Foul play does break sub. It won't, and it won't kill me. So I gotta try to kill this thing now because then I can get into Blacephalon and... Dang. This dude over here, look at this dude indeed. He's being a real hindrance for my team. He's going to stay in. He's going to foul play. He's going to roost. Okay, that's annoying. I'm going to sub then. If he wants to play that game, I'm going to sub. U-turn, that's fine. I get another free hit on something. Thank God U-turn doesn't break my sub. How much is that doing? Is that a roll? No, not even close. Alright, Walrein gets Swords Dance. Oh gosh, he's gonna start like Ice Sharding me and stuff. Thunderbolt will do a chunk. And he's not Boots. So this is a chance to kill if he's got some HP investment and no Spadef. he's fully HP invested, this is pretty much a max roll kill. Nope. Roar. I'm okay with that. His body press will kill this thing. That's a real bummer that he had Roar on. You know what? I got good chip on it. Glad I didn't try to set up. Salazzle comes in. It's going to take this plus a body press. Alright, that's good chip. That's very good chip. At this point, I'm comfortable sacking off Renata because I don't need it at all. Yep, he's got Fire Blast. Okay. Now, I'm just going to say he misses a Fire Blast. My play is to... I'm going to Psychic this thing because then Kartana comes in and gets a Beast Boost. I mean, or I just go into Wind Shear. Well, I'm going to BP out just in case he misses. Nope. Goodbye. Alright, I have one very dead Indeedee. At this point, I'm comfortable going into you and clicking... Will Flamethrower... Mandibuzz still has its boots, and I haven't seen damage on it yet. He probably just goes in and sacks off Walrein. Let me see if I can kill this thing with a fire move before I do anything really dumb. Flamethrower looks like it kills. Flamethrower is not going to do anything to that Mandibuzz. That's the issue. I could trick it. Fire Blast has a chance to two-shot if he's not very specially infested. And if he stays in, he's locked into Fire Blast. How much is he going to do to me? Specs, Fire Blast. We'll do... that's a lot. I'm going to play Fire Blast. Mandibuzz comes in. Please get two-shot by this. 41. That's a roll to me. Let's see what that was. 41. He's wicked Spidef. Fire Blast. Careful. If he's careful, I know this isn't going to kill. Why am I so dumb? There we go. Yeah, that's like a max roll. I gotta go into Euphonic. He's gonna Roost again. Dang it. Oh, man. Yeah, no, he's gonna Roost. No, he U-turns. Good play. You know, he can't switch in twice anymore, though. Which means next time he has to sack off Salazzle. I'm out of switch-ins, though. I have to get I have to get Blacephalon in. I have to play this really carefully. Don't like this situation, not at all. I don't know why I haven't sacked off Adonis yet. That thing is literally useless. I should have kept Indeedee around for a free switch on that Salazzle, because that would have scared him out. I could have BP'd into Raikou. That was a misplay. It's fine. It's a really good game, though. Shoutouts to Aephis. He brought some cool stuff. Hammer Arm Electivire. That was so weird. I mean, it did the job, mostly. I mean, he would have died. He would have died had I not gotten paralyzed. But alright, he goes into this. If he doubles out into Salazzle, then I just sack off Adonis. Or realistically, I could go into Adonis instead of Skarmory just to keep it super healthy. If he goes for Aerial Ace, he's a god. But I've gone reliably into that. No, but man, Adonis is a good... Look at this dude. Look at him, indeed. He is a very scary fella. I'm gonna go into Adonis. Because if he goes... Realistically, he can't touch my Skarmory. I bet he doubles out. If he doubles out into Salazzle here, I'm gonna look like a real doofus. But if that happens, I can just stay in with Adonis and eat a hit, and then go into Blacephalon afterwards. Because he has nothing to hit Blacephalon. Unless he, like, locks himself. If he's, like, Specs and knockoff, that would hurt. But I'm faster. And I need this thing to be healthy for Mandibuzz. So I'm going to go into Adonis. The best case scenario is he goes for knockoff. I would outspeed that Mandibuzz. So hopefully the best case scenario would he goes into Mandibuzz on me thinking he can take 2 hits and I can Drain Punch into Ice Punch and kill it. Man. He knocks off. That's fine. He's going to get rid of my leftovers. And I think he's going to sack off Walrein here. So I'm just going to Drain Punch. I can get my health back, kill the Walrein. He'll go into Salazzle. I stay in, let Salazzle kill me. Go into Blacephalon, click a fire move. That should kill. That'll definitely kill Salazzle after Rocks. Then he goes into Kartana. I switch into Skarmory because then he really can't touch Skarmory. And then Skarmory plus, if I can, I gotta get Raikou back in there. I should also be able to. I win a 1v1 against that Mandibuzz. I think. I don't want to have to pressure stall him, PP stall him, but I can and I will. I think he might have more though, but he literally can't touch me. I can sit there and roost for days. He goes into Mandibuzz. Drain Punch does 28. I've got speed on this guy. So Drain Punch should kill again. But I have speed. Unless he's packing enough speed for a speed Creptodonus on Gligar, this should kill. And I'm very surprised he didn't switch into Walrein. But I'm going to pick up the kill on Mandibuzz. That's big. That's really big. I get a defense boost. Alright, Salazzle comes in. I can kill. I mean, Walrein dies to Rocks. Yeah, why didn't you just sack off Walrein? It dies to Rocks. Huh, I think that was a misplay on his part. I'll take it. But now I don't need Raikou anymore. Now I literally just need Blacephalon and Skarmory. Skarmory can take on Kartana. Blacephalon kills Salazzle. And I just have to force it out one more time. He has to stay in. He can't switch on Rocks twice. Okay. I think I'm in the driver's seat. I just have to not screw it up. It's kind of how it goes, yeah? I would say. Oh, you know what I think I can do? I think I can, like, edit out all the dead space.
Really?
I think so. I'm not very good at editing, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Because if there's anything the internet has taught me, it's that you can do anything you put your mind to. Alright. So, I just got to manage my sack here. I know he's Specs. Euphonic does nothing for me. I mean, if he's not banded, and he's definitely Scarf. That was a crit knockoff from Kartana, and it did 15%. If he was banded, that would have done more. Adonis. First of all, I want to see if Adonis can live. I mean, I know he can't. Okay. So, I mean, I'm just going to sack off Raikou here. Fire Blast. Raikou did his job. I can go into Daddy-O here. The Daddy-O. And I can click. He has to stay in. He's locked in the Fire Blast. And unless he crits me, I should be fine. Go for Flamethrower. Yeah, I'm really glad I got my rocks up, because with Mandibuzz dead, him not being able to defog, being able to just passively kill that Salazzle and the Walrein is absolutely huge. I wonder what the Walrein set was. That's really weird, having Roar. What did he think was coming? I guess Calm Mind Raikou, but I did so much to him. He's just going to sack off Buddy. I mean, okay. Salazzle dies on entry. I just gotta not lose this dumb, stupid piece of paper. Alright. What is this called? Kartana. Well, no. Yeah, knockoff does nothing. He doesn't have... This thing doesn't get, like, anything really stupid, right? Please excuse the Teambuilder screen, anybody who is watching me. But I really need to make sure I don't lose this guy. Because... Knockoff, Psycho Cut. Yeah, he shouldn't have anything that actually hits Wind Shear, so we're just going to go into Wind Shear. I think he should be able to clean up the game. Yeah, he forgot about rocks. He kills this thing. I think that was on accident. Maybe he's got a plan. If mean, buddy, it's 25 every time, and you were at 19, so I hate to be that dude, but what were you thinking? Yeah. Yeah, Rock's absolutely saving my butt. So good for Windshear. The absolute champ, getting 2 passive kills. Euphonic got 1. Buzzwole. Sacred Sword. Oh, he crit me with Sacred Sword. That's bad. I mean, not really. Alright, GG's. GG's to Aephis. That was a fun match. And that's why, children, always set up your hazards. Hazards are so important. But GG's, that is what I call a riveting win. Oh yeah, I said that. I'm out here. As cocky as ever. Alright, let's copy that. Alright, that's the game. GG's to Aephis. A great way to start off the ISL. And I will catch you guys later.